Hello, my darlings. Welcome to Becoming Abundant Podcast, the space where God and growth align, hosted by Anna Maria Jinga. This is the number one movement for freedom of the mind and heart. Let's start the conversation. Hello, my darlings. Welcome to another amazing week here on the Becoming Abundant Podcast with your host, Anna Maria Jinga. I'm so happy to dive into another powerful subject today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for grabbing your notebooks, opening up your ears, opening up your hearts, and let's dive in. My loves, today we talk about faith over fear. And I know, you're gonna say we have dove. We have dove in to this topic a while back, but not to this degree. So, today we get to speak all about faith over fear when vision feels too big. I am part of this fabulous masterclass with my mentor Melanie, and it's called Mission to Millions. And I can tell you, it's not about making money. Well, it's not just about making money, because money will become a byproduct when you start shifting into this identity, into this belief. But I am in this masterclass, and it's been helping me so much understand who I get to become when I start serving the millions, when I start stepping into that part of me that speaks to everyone, that says yes to Anna, I want to be better, to Anna, I want to understand what is actually possible for me, to that concept of everything that the world has been expecting of me does not align with me, and I decide to say no more. That's who I'm speaking to. There are definitely a million people out there. There are definitely a million women out there who are ready to open up their hearts and minds to the freedom that God has for them. The woman who speaks differently than everyone else, who feels like her words have more power, who knows that her story will bring up so much more energy and so much more truth in others as well. To that woman, I say hi. Hello, hi, welcome. And it's not just that, because whenever we step into this new identity of serving more people and more missions, it doesn't have to come from a place of I need to only serve big missions in the world. You can be part of your church or part of your community, and that is also a massive mission in itself. The thing that I'm learning in this masterclass is no matter how big, no matter how powerful, no matter how bold your vision is that God put in your heart, nothing can stand in the way of that if you yourself choose it. So let's talk about this subject today, faith over fear, when the vision is too big. Have you ever found yourself in a space where you just felt like your dreams are so crazy that people around you call you delusional? When you share your vision for what you want to do with your life, with your mission, with your calling, and you see people reacting like, why would you want to do all of that? It's so much work, it's so much energy, it sounds so stressful. And every cell in your body feels like, I should shrink now. I should not think that big. I should not open up more. Who am I? Oh, if they're thinking that, who am I to speak like that? Who am I to open up my mind and my heart for this big vision and mission? Probably I'm too delusional. I'm too much of a daydreamer. I'm too much of a romantic. I'm too much of this or that. Have you found yourself telling someone else your big dream and then being crushed down in 2.5 seconds? That is when fear speaks louder than your faith, and fear speaks louder than their faith. When you find yourself with people that speak hopelessness over you, that speak powerlessness over you, that speak fear and averageness over you, look at them with compassion, love them for where they're at, and don't take anything seriously. Because your vision is yours. It has been planted in your heart because you are the one who can make it happen. God said, Anna will make this happen. I know it, I see it. She just needs to see it herself. And then everything will magnify from there. The vision that I have for Anna is not for Michelle, is not for Thomas, is not for Alex, is not for anyone else. The vision that I have for Anna is Anna's vision. Because of everything she went through, I helped all of the darkness to come and become a testimony, so that when she starts speaking the big vision, others will resonate because of her hard, because of her dark, because of her journey and path thus far. It cannot be anyone else's vision. If you have that clear message in your heart that something that you need to create needs to be created, don't think, oh, it's okay, someone else will do it. Maybe, if you say no to your vision and your mission, maybe someone else will do it, but they're not going to do it like you. Maybe someone else will pick up the baton and completely run that race, but it's not going to be you. So then what is your purpose if you say no to your mission? What is your purpose when you say no to the vision that God placed in your heart? What is the no gonna bring if you constantly say no to the vision with the whole madness that you went through in your life, with the whole turmoil, with the whole tribulations and trials and all of the things that you've done? If all of those have been for nothing and only to hurt you, the enemy is winning. See where I'm going with that? The enemy is winning when you say no to your mission. The enemy is winning when you say no to faith and yes to fear. The enemy is winning. So I ask you today, do you want to leave the enemy to win? Or do you want to see God win in this world? Now, I personally say no to the enemy. Every single day of my life, I've said maybe. Every single day until last year when I said, I'm done with this. You have destroyed my life. You have wrecked my mind. You have broken my heart. You are done here. And I walked in the waves and God said, welcome home, honey. And since then, I've been saying no to the enemy every day and yes to God. Does my yes sound really loud every day? Far from it. Sometimes my yes sounds like, okay, yes, I'm here, yes, let's do it, maybe, okay, sure. I will have faith. I'm terrified, but I will have faith and we're gonna go through this. Other days my yes sounds loud, strong. It wakes others up. That's how much it vibrates. Because my yes is not a yes for me. It feels like a byproduct of that yes, the yes for me. But my yes to faith over fear, to faith in the big vision, to faith in God's plan for me, my yes reverberates everywhere. My yes inspires my clients. My yes inspires my son. My yes inspires my friends. My yes inspires the random person on the internet that sees my video or listens to this podcast right now saying, I feel that yes. Because behind that yes that I share with you right now, behind that yes is the fire that will help your candle be lit as well. It's not just my own fire for me. It's my fire to blind the ones that are not ready to feel the fire and light up the ones who are needing it and are looking for a flame to light from. My loves, I invite you today to sit with the faith over fear concept. Where does your no take you? Does it take you in the same cycle of obedience to the enemy? Does it take you back into the cycle of obedience to sin, to old habits, to old patterns, to negativity in your life, to averageness, to me, to meh, to blah? Does it take you back to the old version of you that you're so tired of seeing over and over and over again? And you say yes to that because you feel bad for her. If I say no to you, what's gonna happen with you? But the fun thing is, when you say no to the old version of you, that old version of you gets to be transformed, gets to finally have a mission that serves the new version of you. It finally has a purpose. The old version of you that survived through all of the madness finally gets to be the stepping stone of the new chapter. The old version of you finally has a reason for existing when you say no to it. Because no to it opens up a new door. No to fear opens up the door to faith. No to fear opens up the door to your potential. No to fear opens up the door to your hope, to your future, to your vision. No to fear opens up your heart, your mind, your truth, your full identity to freedom. How powerful does that feel in you? When you hear that, when you know that, when you finally surrender to the truth that my no to my past says yes to my future. My no to my old habits says yes to a new version of me that can handle so much more. My no to my old toxic traits, my old negative thoughts, my old simple ways of doing things says yes to a stronger, braver, more anchored, more truthful, more present version of me that finally feels at home, that finally feels free, that finally says, that's what it was all about. So whenever we say yes to fear, we close that door. But I'm asking you now, do you really want to close that door? Or are you ready to open it up? Open it up wide and stand in the doorway of your new potential. Stand in the doorway with just faith anchored into your heart, knowing that that faith is the one that's going to bring the resources, bring the finances, bring the people, bring the environments, bring every little thing that you have ready for you on the other side of that doorstep. It's there. That faith is the clear connection to every little one of those things. Fear is just the scissor that cuts all of that. So do you want to hold the scissor or do you want to hold the string? I personally love holding the string. Love holding the string. I love reminding myself that no matter how crazy some things are happening around me or inside of me or in my family or in my business or anywhere, that string, that fringe at the base of his garment is the only thing I need. That string reminded me yesterday when I was going through a lot of emotions trying to control something. And I realized as I was seeing myself and my mind going into solution mode, let's fix this. And I saw myself spiraling down and down and down. And then I said, wait, it is not mine to fix. If I'm trying to control it, I come from a place of fear that it will not be fixed. But if I come from a place of faith, I bring it, and I went down on my knees and brought it to the foot of the cross, to the feet of my Lord. And I brought it all and I said, this is wild. This is heavy. This is, I know I won't know how to fix this. It's not even mine to fix. Here you go. Guide me if you need me to help with this. If not, open up their minds, open up their hearts, open up the truth that they need to see so that this can be resolved. Bring your healing into everything that this situation has. I'm leaving it for you. In that moment, two things happen. One, I felt 1,000,000 times lighter. And two, I already felt like things were falling into place. Because sometimes it's only a matter of reminding yourself that it's not all up to you. Most of it is not up to you. You don't even need to worry about everything being up to you. That's the beauty of all of this. That's the presence of all of this. That's the guidance of all of this. You don't have to handle everything. You don't have to handle everything. And that's the power of going into faith and letting the scissor of fear down. You can use that scissor, maybe a different scissor. You can use that scissor to cut off ties that have been draining you, but don't use it to cut off your dreams. Use the scissor to cut yourself loose of the people, the environments, the circumstances that are holding you back in fear. Use the scissor to just like, plop, done. And then put it down. And then anchor yourself to faith, to the vision, to the resources, to the finances, to the people, to the environments, to the circumstances, to the dreams that God has for you. Anchor yourself so strongly with those that you will feel like a horse with those little eyeglasses that they have. That's it. That's all you see. Nothing else. Because the journey from fear to faith is just a simple yes. So my loves, I will leave you with that. Sit with it. Let it guide you. Let it speak life into you. Let it help you where it needs to help you. And I'll talk to you again in our fabulous next episode next week. I have a very fun topic for then. Until then, my loves, I want to hear from you. Share with me your insights. Share with me your truth. I love you. You're fabulous. And remember, stay salty and bright. Bye now.